Hello everyone, welcome back to Manga Boys Manga Reading Log. Sorry this is a little late, I got the laryngitis so I couldn't talk super good, so that's also why, if you're wondering, I don't know if there's any crossover in this kind of content, but my Zatchbell 2 chapter is a little late. I think it's out, but I haven't read it yet because I usually like to film my first impressions. My voice is feeling better, so hopefully be out soon, but this will be out first, so I decided to explain myself here. But this is what I read, not this past week, but the week before. I couldn't record it because you probably would be able to send me. I was like, so yeah, I decided not to do that. But yeah, 13 volumes. Whoa. Anyways, let's talk about the end of Haiku. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I did actually really enjoy it a lot. So Haiku, we continue through the path of the 6 sages, and believe it or not, it ends with Hinata being kicked out of the match because he's injured, because he had a fever and he got sick, and then they lost to the Seagulls. And I was like, wait. And then we time skip, and he's in Brazil. He's training for beach volleyball. Meanwhile, Kageyama and everyone else obviously is in Japan, and they are training for, volleyball. A lot of them anyway. Some of them have graduated high school, gotten their own jobs. Some of them are in college, but the ones that are still playing volleyball are playing it professionally, which is pretty cool. And Hinata's goal is to come back and play against Kageyama. So he joins the Misby Black Jackals to go against the Schweiden team, which is some Japanese electric store, I guess. And that's the team Kageyama's on it with the sequel guy. And it's heavily implied that they win, but they don't really say. Well, no, they do say. But I don't think they say the score. Anyways, so they show what everyone's kind of been up to, especially on the main team of the Black Crows, but not everybody gets to be actually seen. So, for example, Nishio, I don't know why I can't say his name right now, I'm tongue-tied I guess, is hunting marlins and traveling the world, so that was pretty interesting to see. And a few other people are shown, but the main thing is one of the Mio brothers is the new setter for Hinata, and a few of the people are still playing volleyball, but not everybody. So I was really hoping to see more. I was like, oh, this better not be the last volume. But it is the last volume, and you can kind of see where people's jobs are. You can see Suki still playing volleyball, but not a lot of people are. It's hard to know after the second time skip, because there's another one, what people are doing. They don't really keep you all up to date with that, but it was a really cool ending to it. I really wanted, it's a really good ending, but I wanted more. I wanted them to, kind of dive more into the past. I wanted to see how much better Hinata really was, how good this team really was that Hinata was on, because it was a pretty sweet team. I really liked Mia, and I can't believe his brother joined. Goddamn, he's in the food business? Like, what? Ugh. But yeah, I really liked it. It was really good. Definitely recommend it. I don't think it's as good as Eye Shield 21's ending, where they had the All-Star Japan team, but this was still really good. Mash of muscles and magic. So we continue off of Innocent Zero, I think that was his name anyways, versus Mash, and he gets away. And Mash is now swept up into this new kind of a tournament where he has to fight his brothers. He actually ends up being the son of the main bad boy, so that was a pretty big surprise. One of the bad boys, that's his brother, hates Mash because he was like, one of those Broly situations where Broly got really mad at Goku because Goku kept crying, wah, wah, and then so now Broly freaks out when he hears Kakarot cry and talk. Apparently, he just goes Kakarot like that, in the old school Dragon Ball Z lore. I always thought that was the most comical thing ever. So this guy hates Smash to a comical degree, and it's pretty much Mash's school versus his school in this big magic tournament. to figure out who's like the true top student wizard. I like it. That's better than it's been, but it's still not great. Undead Unluck still is really great. We find out that there's true love between these two, which is nice. We also get to see this really cool fight with Unstoppable in Unmove and what was his name, Undeplete or something like that, and Undecrease, that's it. And so that was brutal. I really like that fight. We get to see him go light speed. The other guy pretty much die. I was like, holy shit. So that was excellent to see. It seems like this arc is really wrapping up, and I cannot wait to see what else happens with this war arc. You can see the kind of the teams here, Fuko and Andy on the Justice team with the Union, and then under, we only get to see the one for some reason, but we're after spring, and we have all of these kind of different strategies to get through spring, because if you touch the flower petals, then you turn into a flower. If you're there for like over an hour, then you turn into a flower. So they have to get spring before they turn into flowers, obviously. Undead Unluck, very good. If you're not reading it, definitely check it out. I've been really liking it. Grand Blue Dreaming, another series, check it out. It's very funny. In this series, in this volume, everybody thinks that you know, our main character here is after his cousin, which he's not. He's not after his cousin, and they don't really know it's his cousin, so it's not even that creepy. They just have an affront that way, so people don't get mad at him, and also people don't get, you know, after her, because he doesn't want people to be jealous that he's staying for rent-free at his cousin's house, and his cousin doesn't want guys to hit on her, so that's their compromise, you know. But they do a really bad job of backing it up, because, you know, Iori is just like constantly all over other girls, and she just doesn't care. And this girl's very interested in Iori, but he doesn't seem to catch on to it. Kitahara, who is an otaku, doesn't have very many funny scenes, but his friends here are hilarious throughout the whole thing. So Iori gets a girl who actually has a crush on him, and so she trying to figure out where he's going and stop him from being in love with his, you know, person that they think is his girlfriend, and take him away. And she gets the help of his friends and the guys that she might see with one of them, but they're trying to kill Iori, and then after they kill Iori, you know, of course he's gonna need to get rid of the other guys too. And so she's texting Iori that, like, you know, I'm coming over here with these idiots to find him, and he's just like ignoring it. See, we're only in this to kill Kitahara. Yeah, it's for the money. So they all have all these different excuses as to what they're doing, but they're really just after her. So it's super funny. If you guys ever read GTO and you saw how their friends are like, no, you can't lose your virginity first, like, you know, we'll kill you, blah, 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 blah. It's the same kind of thing. I really love it. I think it's funny. They find this guy. He's out with his girlfriend, and he's always like almost had sex. So now he's in Okinawa, so they just happen to be there, and they see him there, and he's with the girlfriend being, you know, all like lovey-dovey. Bam. They're on him quick. They sniffed him out. They're killing the traitor. And it's like, no, that's Mitari-san. You know, that's not Iori. And then they're like, no. Don't you worry. A traitor's a traitor. We didn't get the wrong guy. And she's like, oh, it's a big night for us, you know, so implying that they're gonna have sex for the first time. So they're killing him, they're beating him up. And she's like, wow, you're finally gonna get some? She's like, shut up. And then, like, this guy's dead. And they've got this, like, shot with aura around him. It's like, I don't know. Mitari might not be able to have sex. He looks kind of beat. so she's like, yeah, you're right. Oh, well, I guess he won't get any tonight. The end. I was like, oh my God, that's so funny. And she gets mad at them. So she buries him under the sand, puts a bucket over the idiot guy, says, filming in progress, don't bother them. So that was pretty great. Anyways, this is a wicked funny manga. I keep rambling on about it. That was just a funny joke that I liked in it. Check it out if you like that kind of a humor. It's really, I don't really know what to say. I guess it's like kind of like just dumb comedy, but it's my kind of dumb comedy. 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Again, the sequel to the 7 Deadly Sins. It does not follow any of the, you know, children from the original sins, which is pretty interesting. So far, we're still only following Percival. We run across Gowther in this one, which is really cool. And also, Percival can wield the, can't remember what it's called anymore, but you know, the snakehead thing, and he makes the sword come out with his magic. I really like how they explain the magic system in this series. I think they do a really good job. Can't believe Gowther is dressed up as this old man. I thought that was really funny. Can't believe this guy gets a hole through his chest. That was really crazy. And I cannot get over how cool and bloody the series is. This is a fun little chaos doggy, and you do not want to mess with him. So anyways, if you were worried that Seven Deadly Sins is kind of like fallen off the wavefront since the end of the series, because the ending kind of really throws up the power scaling, this is like a really good reset to the power scaling issues that the first one had. So I've really enjoyed it for that reason. I still really think this fox is Sin. His spawn, his name is Sin. He's a fox, the fox Sin, Bond, get it? So that's my reasoning. Vinland Saga, Volume 5. These are 2-in-1s, and I guess they just announced that they're getting leather-bound hardcovers for Vinland Saga. Why? So Vinland Saga currently only exists in these hardcovers, so I'm not gonna get the leather ones. I already have these ones, unless I end up like really liking the ending to it. But right now I have all of these, so I don't know. It seems like a hard buy. With Berserk and Hellsing, yeah, they were paperbacks, so it made kind of sense. But like what, you know? Anyways, we continue through the homestead arc or slave arc, however you want to call it, and seems like we're getting towards the end of it, I guess. The main slave who was dating the master is running off with her old husband. The King Canute that Thorfinn used to be with is now taking over Denmark, and he killed his brother somehow. He's haunted by his dad. And Thorfinn is being kind of free from his ghosts of the past, somewhat. So I am really enjoying it a lot. It is a bit of fun and a lot of hard work. I might have mixed together this volume and the next one a little bit. I think I did. But it seems like Thorfinn wants to get the lamb to become no longer a slave. It seems like he's got his what's the word for it? His goals aligned. He's ready to go. Oh, and this is Mashle Volume 9. This is what I was kind of talking about before. I guess I'm mixing together a few manga. So yeah, this one shows the aftermath. It shows the new brother. It shows the brother hating on him because he was the Kakarot, essentially, which was pretty silly. Let's see if we can find a picture of him as a baby. I might not be able to. It was only like a few scenes, but it was pretty silly. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh well. It was not that great. But anyways, it was funny because it just made me think of that moment. If you guys have seen that movie from way back when, then you would also see it and you go, ha 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 ha, that reminds me of Broly. Because I think it was heavily inspired from it. Most people I feel like are a big fan of that movie if they've seen it. But the new one is way better, so if you've not seen it, don't worry, you don't have to go back and watch it. But yeah, Mashle is definitely better than it's been, but still not great. I wouldn't call it like go out and read it immediately or anything like that. It's not like Vinland Saga or Undead Unluck or Grand Blue Dreaming or Seven Deadly Sins or Vinland Saga or Kaiju number 8. Speaking of Kaiju number 8, number 4 came out, and I read the shit out of that. We finish up this arc where we are being invaded by these really strong Kaiju here. Fortitude 9. Blah, 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 blah. Very cool fight. I love the faces. You're making an ugly face. How would you know? You can't even see me. I can picture it. Great stuff. Classic. But he's caught as a kaiju and he's being interrogated. They ultimately say that he can stay if he proves himself to not be a kaiju. However, he proves himself to be a kaiju and, well, they try to kill him. So this is ended very, 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 cliffhangery, and this of course continued from a very cliffhangery spot with the main guy right here being killed, but he obviously didn't get killed, which was thank God because I love him. But I've been really enjoying this series. If you guys like monster battles or kaiju, I definitely cannot recommend the series enough. Only 4 volumes in right now, and it's just slaying, literally. In Ayakashi Triangle, this one is a Ghost Ship title. I probably shouldn't show too much, but I'm going to show a few pages. essentially this guy, this boy, this kid right here gets turned into a woman by this cat who is the boss of all Ayakashi right here, who's trying to eat this girl because she is a spirit medium. And when he goes to attack her, he is turned into a woman and has to kind of get by. Now the spirit medium girl has a big crush on him, and so when he's a woman, she's like, wait a minute, I can't fall in love with him if he's a girl. We need to get you turned back. And he's like, I don't really care if I'm turned back or not. She's like, no, you have to care. That way we can get the happy ending. It's got a bunch of really cool ninjutsu in it. In my opinion, he is part of the clan, the Wind Clan, and he is supposed to protect the world from Ayakashi, and he's been trying to protect his friend as well, but of course his friend has fallen in love with him because of that. So now it's his antics as a gender swap man, and if you read Pretty Face and you thought it was good, well, mix that with Naruto. I kind of like to say that this is like a mixture of Naruto and Bleach because, you know, only he and her, you know, the ninja and the people who are spirit sensitive can see the ghosts or the monsters, the Ayakashi, and defeat them. And if they don't, then they'll take over the world and kill people. So it's up to them to stop them, seal them, and make the world safe. They're kind of like the Shinigami in Bleach. But they use fighting styles like Naruto. Get it? And they can even transform like they can in Bleach with the substituted Shinigami metal thing, medallion. So I liked it a lot. It's by the same creator as Black Cat. Anyways, this is my list of manga that I read this week / last week. Definitely enjoyable stuff. If you guys like this kind of reading content of my reading log where I tiredly explain to you everything that I did. Sorry, it's like Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. I'm a tired boy. The day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, by the way. I forgot. You know, definitely give me a subscribe, a comment, a like if you enjoy these volumes and you want to pick some up. Maybe they're on sale on the Black Friday sale / the holiday sale. Use my affiliate link down below. I'm gonna have those videos rolling out this week. I didn't have it last week because again I couldn't talk and you wouldn't understand me. So yeah, that's where we're at with this, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.